sweat. I mean, basically the whole universe he was really holding. So he was sweating from his own spiritual body to fill half of the universe with that water. Then Adishesha was manifested from him only, and then he was lying on that. And also he created the Vaikuntha. So that day also we were just touching about Vaikuntha. Where is Vaikuntha? Vaikuntha is there in many, many places. There are 7 kinds of Vaikunthas are there. Which Vaikuntha we are talking about? So the main Vaikuntha, Paravyoga, Paravaikuntha is actually the Vaikuntha which is above this Brahmajyoti. But there is also Vaikuntha in the material dimension as well. Like Garbhodaya Sai Vishnu, even though Garbhodaya Sai Vishnu is spiritual, but in the planetary system, he really manifests a spiritual Vaikuntha there that belongs to this Garbhodaya Sai Vishnu. So that is how we have to understand. So then from his navel, the stem comes, and within that you have the 14 levels of planetary systems. So upper levels are Bhu is what we have, Bhuloka. Then Bhuvarloka, Suvarloka, Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka and Satyaloka, where Lord Brahma is there. Then the 7 lower planetary systems are Tala, Atala, Vitala, Nitala, Talatala, Mahatala and Sutala. So this Sutala is basically then, that is what is actually the whole lower planetary systems are called Patala. That is Patala. So then there also you have the hellish planets. So all the hell, the Yamaraja, they are all in the part of the Patala, which is basically Sutala and all the below. So now also you have to understand where this universe is really resting, because we cannot really see what is happening there, how the whole universe is. This is actually 500 million yojanas, right? That we saw that. So that whole Brahmanda is resting on the head of Adishesha. Who is Adishesha? Garbhodaya Vishnu also becomes Adishesha as a servant of himself, is serving mode, which is actually the Amsa of Balaram, which is none other than Nityananda Prabhu. So in the text 99 it said, there he manifested Vaikuntha as his own abode and rested in the waters on the bed of Lord Shesha. Okay, so this is the prep. Now from 100 onwards, he says he lay there with Ananda as his bed. Lord Ananda is a divine serpent having thousands of heads and thousands of faces, thousands of eyes and thousands of hands and feet. He is the seed of all incarnations and is the cause of the material world. Here comes the confusion now. Sarva avatara bija jagat karana. We have so far seen only the first Purusha. Who is the first Purusha? He is Mahavishnu. So that Mahavishnu is the one who is actually the cause of this material world manifestation, because they are all coming from his pores. But here he is saying he is seed of all the incarnations and the cause of the material world as well. So why is this coming? Because the Amsa is there. See, the Mahavishnu is the Amsa of Mahasankarshan. And similarly, when you really see all these, then from Mahavishnu only all these Garbhodaya Sai Vishnu and Kshirogodaya Vishnu, they are all manifesting. So the Amsa is carrying on. It is very difficult to understand otherwise. We cannot really go by literally like this and we'll get confused. It is Amsa of the creation Leela. So when we say, oh, Lord Nityananda and Lord Balaram is the source of everything, all the material world, all the incarnation, that is correct. And when we say all the Lord Narayana is the source of all the avatars and all the everything, all the creation, that is also correct, because Amsa is there. The Amsa coming from Bhagavan Sri Krishna is there in every expansions, Swamsa expansions. is there. So here it is saying he is the seed of all incarnations, and because he is also involved. So this is why it is really so confusing, because it's a spiritual dimension. So now going further, we are talking about these Brahma, how Lord Brahma manifested. So from the navel of Garbhodaya Vishnu, that stem, the lotus stem is sprouting from the navel, and then it grows up. And then on the top is Satyaloka. So whatever the Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka and Suvarloka and all those 14 planetary systems I just mentioned, they are all in the stem actually. So that means we cannot really see the whole picture of how the whole universe is resting. And in fact, then also he gave a kind of vision to Arjuna when he was asking, So then, because Krishna wanted to show him his Vishwarupa. Vishwarupa this is what the Vishwarupa is all about. So everybody is there. All the Devas are also there inside, because Swargaloka and all, everywhere, everybody is there. So he really showed. And in fact, there are a couple of other instances also he showed this Vishwarupa. One of them was this to Arjuna. Okay, so this whatever that we really see in the Purusha, Purusha Stotram, something. So that's Sahasra Sirisha Purushaha Sahasraksha Sahasrapat Sabhumim Vishvato Vrittaha. What is the thing called? Purusha Suttam. There you go. This is the Purusha. What is the Purusha they are talking about? This is Garbhodaya Vishnu. Sahasra Sirisha Purushaga Sahasrakshak Sahasrapat Sabhumin Vishvato Vrittva Tyatisastasangulam. Actually, I really studied so many of Vedas and all these Purusha Suttam by heart. Now I forgot everything. That was long ago. We actually we learned all these things. Narayana Suttam and Susuktam, so many. There's called Mantra Pushpam. And the name of the book I remember, Mantra Pushpam. It's a big book. I still have it somewhere there. But what is the use of it? We need only Radharani and Krishna. Other than that, what else is necessary? Anyway, so the Vishnu form called Ananda Sayana, who is Ananda Sayana? That is Adisesha, has thousands of hands and legs and thousands of eyes, and he is the active generator of all the incarnations within the material world. We really saw that. And from the navel of Garbhodaya Vishnu grew the lotus flower, the stem, and then the lotus flower actually manifested, and that is the birthplace of Lord Brahma. Okay, now we'll proceed. So within the stem of that lotus were the 14 worlds. Thus the Supreme Lord as Brahma created the entire creation. Look at here, here's the word again. So it's saying, thus the Supreme Lord as Brahma. But Brahma is a Jivatma. But again, remember, his Amsa is coming again. His Amsa is there, and sometimes when there are not eligible Jivas to really become Brahma, the Lord himself coming as Brahma too. So that is correct too. So then he says, creator, entire creation. No, in the sense, it is correct. Srishti, Karila, Srijana. So Tenho Brahma Hana, Srishti, Karila, Srijana means, so this Brahma also is part of the creation Leela, because Mahavishnu is the one who is creating, who is giving all the universes. And one of the universes we are talking about where that Garbhodaya Vishnu there. And then Brahma comes from his lotus, on the top of the lotus stem, the flower. And he is also part of the creation because he is a secondary creator. Because first of all, you really get all the tanmatras and so many, all the bhutas and 5 bhutas, all the elements and everything supplied by Mahavishnu. Where is it coming from? How he is manifesting? He is manifesting from the Prakriti. Prakriti is also there. That's all the eternal. But he comes and goes, and it just manifests and then it dissolves. Then come, but it is eternal. So here Mahavishnu is looking at Prakriti, and all the universes really they are all formed with all these Milky Ways and clusters and super clusters, and it's enormous. We cannot even understand the complexities, and we are talking about one small thing which is one universe. That one universe is the one where this Garbhodaya Sai Vishnu, one Garbhodaya Sai Vishnu is for one universe, and one Lord Shiva is for one universe, and similarly one Brahma, as we are talking about, is the one who is going to really make the secondary creation. Means, because right now you have only Prakriti, there is nothing, no life. So the life is now coming from the belly of Mahavishnu. That is the Tadastha. In this case, we are talking about Brahmanda, means we are talking about the Tadastha only. So these jivas coming, and some goes up, and unfortunately some falls down. And then when they really come, it is going to Brahma who is really going to place them into these 8.4 million kinds of species. Jalaja, Navalakshani. Now 9 lakhs kinds of jivarasis that are in the water, and then 4 lakhs here and 2 lakhs here, like that. It goes on. So many species. 8.4 million species are there. Brahma is coming. How we got all the DNAs? Because the DNA is a complex structure that defines as how one actually grows. Right? That's the scientists are actually finding out. So who is the creator of the DNA? So the creator of the DNA is Lord Brahma. But how is he creating all the plants? Because everything is DNA, right? So now who is really making that happen? How he makes that? Krishna's flute. Through the flute, Krishna is giving the wisdom, how to do all these things. But everything coming from him only. Everything is finally coming from him only. Now, talking about this Vishnu Rupa Hana Kare Jagat Palane Gunatitva is the Vishnu Sparsha Nahi Maya Gune. This is another thing, because even though this Garbhodaya Sai Vishnu is really, he is maintaining the entire material world, and along with that there is a Vaikunta also. That is spiritual. But it is spiritual, but it's not permanent, as I really talked about in the last class. Because it really, when Brahma, everybody in the whole universe goes back to Mahavishnu, everybody goes there and rests there. And then depending on where they want to go again, and they may come back again. So that is not the place that we have to concentrate. We should not concentrate there at all. So this comes, and anything related to all these material creations and universe, no, we have to transcend ourselves to a higher platform. Okay, so here in this sloka number 104, it is saying, Lord Vishnu, even though he is maintaining the entire material world, he is beyond all the material attributes. It has no touch with the material qualities. But actually we see that, how can that be? Because we have, Guna avatars and Leela avatars and Purusha avatars and Manvandara avatars and like that in the Guna avatar, Vishnu is representing Sattvic Guna. Right? Lord Shiva is representing Tamasic Guna. And Lord Brahma is representing the Rajasic Guna. But then if we are saying Vishnu is attributed to the Sattvic Guna, but that means he has the touch of the material qualities, because Sattvic, Rajasic and Tamasic are material qualities. Then how he's not attached with the material qualities? That's why this loka is coming. Vishnu Rupa Hana Kare Jagat Palane, even though he is really touching the material world, because he is also called Gunatita, Vishnu, but Vishnu's per se, Nahi Maya Gune. He is not touching. Vishnu's Swarsa, even though he is touching, actually he is not touching. This is very complicated. Nahi Maya Guna. So he does not have any of the guna which are the attributes coming from the Maya Devi. Because all the three gunas are actually the manifestation of the Maya Devi only. So that is why even if one becomes sattvic, oh, I am a sattvic person. I eat only sattvic food. I get up early in the morning in the Brahma Muhurta. I do this. Yes, you are sattvic. That is fine. But still you are controlled by Maya's qualities. So we have to transcend that again even higher than sattvic, and that becomes Sutta Sattvic. So Sutta Sattvic is not controlled by Maya. And here Lord Vishnu, this Garbhodaya Sai Vishnu that we are talking about, he is actually beyond all this. Let me put this on 1 second. Okay. So I may have some slide there. Let me see what. Here you go. Okay. Something here and then. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah. This is the one universe that we are talking about, right? This is the universe that we are talking about. And if you see on the one universe, on the bottom there is a Vishnu, because I don't have the facility to draw on it. But in US I can do, but here I cannot do that. So you see that Garbhodaya Sai Vishnu at the bottom of that egg-shaped one universe. This is only one universe. Where what we are talking about is that Garbhodaya Sai Vishnu. That Garbhodaya Sai Vishnu is ordinary called Vishnu, and who is, even though he is touching, he is holding the whole Brahmanda and maintaining it, he is not attributed to the material at all. So he is spiritual. This is very important. Yeah, you see the stem actually going all the way there. There's a green thing going there, and the Lord Brahma is there. And this universe is actually belonging to Durga Devi. They are all only working. Durga Devi is the Devi's another. We are not really hitting about the topic of Durga Devi yet. We are talking about only this creation lila with respect to all the Vishnu so far. Okay? So now what we see is Vishnu is beyond material attributes. Okay? So he is not attached to any of these three material modes of the nature. And then it also says that this is again going to be another confusion. Because we know Lord Shiva is actually coming from Sada Shiva is getting, like similar to like this Mahavishnu through the manifestation of Aniruddha and Pradyumna, we have Garbhodaya Sai Vishnu and Kshiroda Sai Vishnu. That is true. But there is another thing happening here is that Sadashiva also is really supplying Lord Shiva. One Lord Shiva in every universe. Every universe there is one Lord Shiva. And that Lord Shiva is also coming from this Garbhodaya Sai Vishnu. This is where people get so confused, because Lord Krishna is also coming to the world, this universe of course, Bhuloka or Bhuvarloka, any loka where he comes. He will be coming to the same Garbhodaya Vishnu. And same Garbhodaya Vishnu means then what about Kshiroda Vishnu is also involved. So in a way, in the spiritual dimension, it is very difficult to understand. So when Lord Krishna himself is coming down, everything is coming with him. So when he is coming, everything is coming with him. He is entering into his own manifestations he goes in, because he is the one who really creates all this material universe through this Mahavishnu, but he enters in also. Every atom he enters in. That is Shirogadai Vishnu. But he has his own abode, which we are going to talk about soon. So similarly, so the question here is, he's saying that assuming the form of Rudra, he destroys the creation at the end of the time, at the prayer time. Rudra Rupadari Kare Jagat Samhara. Samhara means destroying. Rudra Rupa, he is the one who, here we are talking about Garbhoga Sai Vishnu. But Garbhoga Sai Vishnu means always, remember, everywhere the Amsas are there. This Amsa, everything coming from is Balaram, who really came from Krishna. So this is where we have to be very careful, because just by holding this one, people take, oh, look at here, Lord Shiva is actually coming from Garbhoga Sai Vishnu. And somebody may say, oh no, somewhere else you will see that, oh, this Sadashiva is the souls for all the Shivas, all the Shiva Tattva, everything there. So there is a contradiction. But the problem here is, in the spiritual dimension, everything is correct. It is easy to understand. But now when we really, from the material angle, we are trying to really understand, it is very difficult. So in this case, this Garbhoga Sai Vishnu is Rudra Rupa Dhari Kare Jagat Samhara. So he becomes assuming the form of Rudra, and when it is necessary to destroy the creation at the end of the Pralaya. There is Mahapralaya and Mahapralaya. So Pralaya means when Lord Brahma goes to sleep. See, after one day, that will be 4.32 billion years, because in one day, 1,000 times the Sadhurga will go. The Chatur Yuga, 4 yugas, one cycle will take 4.32 plus 4.3, that is 8.64 million years, one cycle. Now you multiply it by 1,000. That means now the million becomes billion. So 4.32 billion for the day and 4.32 billion for the night. So that when he goes to sleep at the night, everything gets destroyed. Who does the destruction? Is the same Rudra. Rudra Rupadari Kare Jagat Samsara. So this is that is how, Rudra means for our universe, which is not very big, we have 11 Rudras. Who really takes care of finishing it off? But again, sometime back, a few days back, we usually read that it is actually who is destroying? Mahavishnu is destroying. That destruction is Mahapralaya. He is also destroying. Lord Shiva will be also gone. Why? Because the whole Brahmanda is gone. See, Lord Shiva can do destruction only as long as the universe is there. And it has to be redone. It has to be, recycled and then reformed again. Right? That is Pralaya. Because there Brahma is going only to sleep. So like this, 1 day, 2 days, 2 days, like that, and goes on, and finally 100 years he is going to be. Because currently our Brahma is about 51 years or something. Another 49 more years to go. So that's a long way. So when that time comes, when the Brahma also finishes, that is Mahapralaya. Brahma also gone. That Pralaya is done by who? Mahavishnu. This is why we have to understand, when we really read a sloka, it may not really convey everything. You have to really, that is why we need this kind of explanations from our acharyas to really understand. So here in this case, Garbhoga Sai Vishnu, see, actually in the Mahapralaya, I mean the Mahavishnu, this universe itself is going on, means who are all going back again inside? Garbhoga Sai Vishnu is also gone. Lord Brahma is gone. And Lord Shiva is also gone. Everybody just going back because it's no more universe. That's it. Done. All the devas, everybody is finished. Devas will be finished even, every day of Brahma can really make new devas, and then, and retire everybody. For example, South India and all, they really worship Lord Muruga a lot. Then, they think that Lord Muruga is eternal. Similarly, Ganapati also. You see the thing, every day they do this kind of, Devadas will be actually coming into picture and then they will be again gone. Somebody else will be appointed like that. But this Lord Muruga, before he was the general of the army for Indraloka, somebody else was there. I don't remember the name. Maybe if you remember, you can tell. He was the one who was sleeping, because he really wanted to take rest after working for so long, very hard for Lord Indra. Then he said, I want to now take rest. What do you want to do? I want to really just take rest and sleep. And then he facilitates. And he sleeps there in the place where Lord Krishna was actually bringing. What was that demon? There was one demon, Shankushuda or some, I don't know, somebody. Some demon he was... There you go. So he will be chasing, right? Then they enter into the cave where these old Talapati, the chief of the military, he was sleeping there, and he got a boon also. I want to sleep because I worked so hard. I want to sleep for a long, long time without anyone waking up. So, then you go and then into the cave, and then also he got a boon that if anyone wakes him up, he will be burned into ash, finished. That's it, because of his anger. That's exactly what he did, Lord Krishna. He wanted to finish this demon, so he was entering into the cave, and this guy came, and then it was dark, so he did not really see anything, and Krishna put his shawl, somewhere near that old chief of this army of Indra. So then this demon could not really see where Krishna is, and then finally he saw the shawl, and then he went and then kicked or something. That is it. He just kicked. And then this old general of this army, he got so furious, he burned him into ashes. Anyway, after that Lord Indra appointed this Lord Muruga. But people are thinking, all the devas are eternal. This is the stupid thing, that you can think of. How the Hindus are really so they are in big illusion. They don't know what is truth, what is not truth. This is the biggest problem. Anyway, so everybody will be gone. All the devas, everybody will be finished. That is why we should never ever worship devas as our Ishta Deva. No. You give respect, because everybody came from this Srishti Leela. They have their own parts to do. But you just give your respect, and that is what it is done. So everything has to really go to Radha Krishna. Okay, so the creation and maintenance and dissolution are created by his will means what? This is a normal pralaya. This is not the pralaya, the Maha Pralaya I was talking about. This is how you have to understand. So every word is correct. But there may not be really that specific in detail so that to understand fully. That's why we need to really understand from this purport of all our acharyas. So anyway, then now comes another thing. This is where the confusion is coming. Actually, there are a couple of confusion is going to come. And now it is saying he is also the super soul. Hiranya Garbha, this Garbha is Sai Vishnu, is also Antaryami. Who is Antaryami? Antaryami means one who really stays in the heart of the jivas. So he is Paramatma. That is correct. Because Okay, so okay. Hope that you are hearing all right, because I just saw that the electricity went off. Anyway, we'll see. We'll just continue as. Okay, so it is saying that Hiranyagarbha is Antaryami and also Jagat Karana. What does it mean? Jagat was actually created by Mahavishnu. But here it is saying Jagat Karana. He is the cause of the material world. But actually the cause of the material world, as we have seen, was the first Purusha. That was Mahavishnu. See how it is confusing now? How many things we are actually getting confused now? But everything correct. In spiritual world, this is the way. Yeah? All of a sudden, Devi Purana also say Devi is the one who really creates everything. She is also involved. Because when all the universe is coming into picture, Prakriti is involved. So in a way, from different angles we are looking. One is looking from one angle, another is looking from another angle, and then they say this is correct, they say this is right, but who knows what is correct? He is the one who has really seen the truth. He has realized the truth. So look at it, this is counterpoint, right? He is a super soul, that means that is Paramatma, and he is also cause of the material world, which was actually Mahavishnu. But then comes there, Yandra Amsa Kari Kare Virat Kalpana. Virat means that's what the Vishwarupa is also called Virat. That was the one that was shown to Arjuna. So he is also called Virat. This is absolutely, that is understandable. Why it is understandable? Because all the Devas, they are inside this Garbhodaya Vishnu. Vishnu means his creation. Isn't it? There, in the Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka, Suvarloka, the Suvarloka, that is where these 3.3 million, demigods are there. Or whatever, 33 crores means, I think 3.3 million or 330 million, I don't know, something. So many demigods are there, but then when the whole universe goes, everybody is all dissolved, finished. So they are fired. They will basically go back and recycled again. They will go back to the belly of Mahavishnu only. From whom? So Mahavishnu is very, very significant point, because he is the first Purusha. But soon we are going to hit the place where actually it's coming from Nityananda Prabhu, who is none other than Balaram. We are going to see that. But meanwhile, it is also saying, Yandra Amsa Kari Kare Virata Kalpana. I mean, the universal form is conceived as his expansion. So what Lord Krishna showed was this Virat form. Now, okay, so far okay. Now text 107 is another thing again. This is how we is now going to connect to Nityananda Prabhu or Balaram. Hene Narayana Yandra Amsera Amsa. That Lord Narayana is a plenary part of Lord Nityananda Balaram. When he says Lord Nityananda Balaram, he means same. It's not Nityananda Prabhu, is none other than Lord Balaram. That we know that. And now here another one is coming. So we have seen the souls of all the incarnations. We just saw that Adisesha was also involved. Then through Garbhodaya Vishnu only, everything is actually, all the incarnation is coming into that universe. But here it is saying, Sei Prabhu Nityananda Sarva Avatamsa. Avata means he is the source of all the incarnations. Then somebody may ask, then what about Krishna? You told that Krishna is avatari. Then now it's saying that, here Sei Prabhu Nityananda Sarva Avata. Okay, now it's saying Nityananda Prabhu is the source. That's correct. Because everything is trickling down from the very souls who is the topmost. So Sri Krishna is the prime source. And from him comes this Balaram and all the other Radharani side also coming there. But Balaram side is what we are talking about. That Balaram is Nityananda Prabhu. So that's why it is saying that Lord Narayana is a plenary part of Lord Nityananda Balaram. Here, one important thing you have to understand. Hena Narayana means that Lord Narayana. That means Narayana has to be described. Isn't it? Otherwise, how can you say all of a sudden, oh, that, so and so. That so and the XYZ is like that. So where is that? That means it must have been described. But we have been describing only about Garbhodaya Sai Vishnu. So now, when he said that Lord Narayana, Hena Narayana means Garbhodaya Vishnu is also called Narayana. See, another thing is coming. So finally you are feeling that you are actually seeing some sambar. The South Indian sambar, everything is there in one place. Yeah. Oh yeah, you have brinjal, yeah, brinjal is there. You have the this and that, every vegetable that you think of, everything is there. One sambar. So you may try to feel that you are really feeling that we are actually looking at a sambar. That is true. But more and more scriptures that you read and understand, then it will be more predominant, it will be crystal clear as what is going on. So this is where we need this realization. Okay? So otherwise it will be very difficult to understand, because we cannot go by just one statement and that is the full truth. For example, take the avatar. Because the whole world is really thinking that Krishna is avatar. And we think that, Krishna is avatari, everything is coming from him. But in the spiritual dimension, actually both are true. Because Krishna, when he is coming down to a universe, he is coming through Vishnu, Garbhodaya Vishnu. Actually, Shirogadaya Vishnu is also involved here. We are going to touch that very soon. That's also coming again. But when he is coming, because he can enter into what he has manifested. So, for example, through the influence of Mahavishnu, he really brings in the material world and then enters into every atom. It is like a spider who is really making web, it is really making some, spider web, and then enter into that itself. Something like that we can understand. So the same way, the Lord creates something and enters into that. We cannot understand this. So this is why, even though Lord Krishna really made all the Vishnus and all the so many universes, everything is all everything related to him, he made it. He was the original source for everything. But at the same time, he is entering into whatever he has created it. And again inside, and that is why this coming through Lord Vishnu into a Brahmanda to Bhuloka, for example, which he did just 5,000 and something years ago. That is the same Swayam Bhagavan came. But when he came through the Garbhodaya Sai Vishnu only. And also, actually what happened was, there was one in Madhura form. In Madhura there is one form, Vasudev Krishna. And also in Gokul, he really came as Swayam Bhagavan. Very difficult to understand. So that is why, while the rest of the world understands that Krishna is coming as an avatar, it is for them to keep away. That's it, because they are not going to see the full truth. But that's all the truth. But we don't accept that, because we are really looking at from the higher angle. So this is where the difference comes. So a higher level bhakta will understand the higher truth. But in the spiritual dimension, Everybody will be seeing that whatever they think, that is the truth in the spiritual dimension. Because it is in the spiritual dimension, Beda, Abeda, everything can exist there. This is what it is very difficult to understand. But anyway, so now we are getting into this, the next text. It is saying, it's bringing in Lord Nityananda Prabhu. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the feet of Lord Nityananda Prabhu, Nityananda Rama, Balarama, whose secondary part is Vishnu lying in the ocean of milk. Now we are going to touch the Shirodakashayi Vishnu. Who is that Shirodakashayi Vishnu? He is the super soul of every living entity. And also there is another thing coming there. He is the one who is maintaining all the universes. So how can you separate Shirodakashayi Vishnu and Garbhakashayi Vishnu now? This is where it is very tough. So this Shirodakashayi Vishnu is the super soul of every living entity. And it is also saying he is a maintainer of the universe, that particular universe where he is really, he has manifested. But there is only one Shirodakashayi Vishnu, by the way. But he is manifesting in every Brahmanda. Every Brahmanda has the living beings there, and the heart of the every living beings is there. But like a reflection. It's not that, because in the spiritual thing cannot be there in the sticking with the material thing. It's not possible. So when we say that, oh yes, Paramatma is there residing in my heart, what does it mean? But your heart is not spiritual. It is a material. But how he is really sticking there? Our Atma is also sticking there in the heart. But how is the Paramatma is also sticking there in the same place there? Because there is no space problem. That is number one. But how this Paramatma is really sitting there is by like a kind of a reflection. We cannot understand again that clearly because we are thinking from the material dimension. So how is that? You have one sun somewhere, and then you have every heart is like a part of water. That part of water, from there you are seeing the reflection of the sun. Actually the sun is not here. Sun is somewhere. There is only one sun. But you have one part here and another part somewhere else and one more part somewhere else. So many things they all have water. But if you look at every part, there is a sun. If you have 1,000 parts, there is 1,000 suns. But how many suns are there? Only one sun. The same way, you have unlimited number of Jivatmas living in this Brahmanda. But in every Jiva, it is like the water pot, kind of. So in the heart, he is reflecting. That is what it is. He is reflecting there, kind of. This is how we can understand. So he is a super soul of all living entities. And also he is saying he is the maintainer of all the universes as well. Why? Because he is entering into every single atom of the material element. Every atom he has it. He is there. And now we are coming into the Shirodakashayi Vishnu, right? He is also now sleeping on the Seshanaga. This is a different Seshanaga. But it's all coming from Lord Balaram only. This all the Sankarshana, that Amsa is basically coming as Seshanaga. So actually this Seshanaga is where he is also resting is a sub-part, it says. Sub-part of again the same Vishnu. Remember Garbhakashayi Vishnu, from him it was said that Ananda comes from him only. It's him, he manifests as his own serving, as his own servant. Right? That is how we really saw that. So now what he is saying is, Seshanaga is his further support, is again attributed to this Vishnu, who has all coming from again Nityananda Rama, Balarama. So this is why it is really getting sometimes difficult to understand. But always remember, say Adisesha and Vishnu, they are actually counterparts. In the sense, Adisesha is actually coming from Vishnu. Vishnu, for his seva, he himself manifests. This is how he comes. Why? Lord Krishna, for the Srishti Leela, he makes Balaram. Balaram is actually running it like that. So he also becomes all the dams and every paraphernalia to serve the Lord, he is supplying. So that is why if you see that, everything coming to one Nityananda Rama. If you understand Nityananda Rama, whether you say it's Krishna or whether you say Shirogadai Vishnu or Garbhadai Vishnu or Mahavishnu or Sadashiva, everything is him only. One place. This is where he is really deriving to. So his expansions are unbelievably very difficult to understand. And at the same time, if you really see everything in the spiritual body of Lord Sri Nityananda Rama, then you are good. We don't have to really go through that detail. But to understand all the Srishti Leela, you have to really see every part also, including Seshanaga, everything. Okay? So now 110, I think probably we'll stop there or something. 110, because we started with the 100 or something. 110. Narayanera Nabinala Matyeta Tarani Tarandira Matye Sapta Samutraye Gani. Now Narayana is coming into picture. What is this Narayana? Because if you do not understand, if you have the concoction that this Lord Narayana is the one who is with Mahalakshmi, there above this Sadashiva Loka, you cannot understand this. This Lord, okay, so the material planets rest within the stem that grows from the lotus navel of Lord Narayana. What is this Narayana? Why Narayana is coming into picture now? Who is this? Who is this? This is again same Garbhoday Sai Vishnu only. He is also called Narayana. Now another complication is coming. He is also called Narayana. And also Mahavishnu is also called Narayana. And then there is one Narayana who is there in Mahalakshmi, which is above Sadashiva. There is no milk ocean, there is no salt ocean, or any kind of this kind of ocean. No. So that's also Narayana. See? But we are now trying to understand, but these, look at here, everywhere they are all getting, all intermingled. So apparently every Vishnu form is trying to do the same kind of thing. Because we cannot separate them. So when they really do these kind of different functions, spiritually, whatever the way they really want to execute their function, so all the scriptures are describing those aspects in terms of the functions. Okay, in terms of functions. But who is doing the whole thing? Everything is done by Lord Krishna only. So that means he is everywhere. And Lord Narayana is another expansion of Krishna. That Narayana normally means the one with the Mahalakshmi and that in the above this Sadashiva Loka. So that is what is Vaikunta that we talk about. That Vaikunta has no destruction, no ending, no beginning, no ending. This Narayana, what he is talking about is the navel of Narayana is this Garbhoday Sai Vishnu. So he is also called Narayana. And there, what also saying is, you remember the stem that we talk about there in the picture? There are also 7 kinds of oceans there. Salt ocean, milk oceans, yogurt oceans, like that, also liquor ocean, liquor means alcohol, soma rasa or something like that. There are 7 kinds of oceans are there. And where the Kshirogodaya Vishnu is resting? Milk ocean. Where is the milk coming from? Kamadhenu cows. This is full of Kamadhenu cows are there. So they are supplying the milk. And because of that, the whole is called Swetadyupa. There, in part of the ocean milk, is Swetadyupa. Oh, what's Swetadyupa? You must have heard about. Oh yeah, because I heard it. You told me that Swetadyupa is where Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is there, which is the next compartment near the Goloka Vrindavan. That is correct. That is that is upper, that is one Swetadyupa. There is also in the milk ocean of Kshirogodaya Vishnu is also called Swetadyupa. The abode of the one who is sustaining. Who is the sustaining? He is Lord Vishnu, in this case Kshirogodaya Vishnu. So now he's also saying this, this about the 7 oceans that I talk about that. There is a description also coming there. Ocean of salt water, ocean of milk, which we talked about, where Kshirogodaya Vishnu is there. Ocean of yogurt, the ocean of clarified butter, the ocean of sugarcane juice, the ocean of liquor, and the ocean of sweet water. So each one is there in certain directions, but we cannot perceive that. It is not like what we really see in the spiritual world. In the material world. Because that day I was also telling about, remember, even in the 14 planetary systems, we see only one plane. We are not seeing all the planes. Even in one universe, we are not able to see. Remember, these 14 planetary systems are arranged in 7 planes. So at any time, you will see only 2 planes. So apparently what they are saying is, we see Bhuloka and also Patala. These are the 2 are in one plane. Then similarly Swargaloka and something else, some channel or something, one from the upper loka and then one from the lower, it will be in one plane. I really gave a Haikada about complete detail, but I cannot really recollect all those. So they really sandwiched into 2 layers in one plane. Like that. That is why 14 divided by 2, it will be 7. 7 planes, 14 levels. All right? Okay. So now talking about the Kshirogodaya Vishnu, who is this? Sakala Jivera Tanho Haye Andaryami Jagat Palaka Tinho Jagat Tera Swami. Just now only we saw that when we were talking about Garbhodaya Vishnu, he is Andaryami. But here he is saying, isn't it? That's what we really just now saw that. Today we saw that. Now it is saying, the Kshirogodaya Vishnu is the Andaryami. Sakala Jivera Tinho Haye Andaryami. Jagat Palaka Tinho Jagat Tera Swami. He is the super soul of all the entities, all the living beings. Entity means living entities. And he maintains the material world. And he is its Lord. So now I think today you have probably a complete thorough confusion to today, whatever you are hearing. Because we talked about, we really came from the Mahavishnu. Then we really went to the Garbhodaya Vishnu. Then we really came to the Kshirogodaya Vishnu. Then also we really touched Lord Narayana, this is different Narayana. And also we really touched about some heaven created in the Garbhodaya Vishnu. Garbhodaya Vishnu also has a heaven. Vaikunda. So which really gets absorbed back in the belly of the Mahavishnu when the Mahapralaya happens, when the Brahma goes up. Already here is there. And what will happen to the Kshirogodaya Vishnu? Is he ever gets distracted, ever gets read? No. This is another complication. That is why I wanted to tell you. So in a nutshell, the way you have to understand is the functional aspect. What they are talking about, the functional aspect. So it's the same Krishna, different forms, exercising different functions. These functions sometimes are complementary, and sometimes it is augmenting, and sometimes it is replacing even. So it is doing all those capability at the same time. So for example, Garbhodaya Sai Vishnu can work as the Paramatma also. Shirogadaya Vishnu also, of course, he works like this. Lord Brahma is a Jiva, so he really works, gives that function. But sometimes Lord Brahma is not available, then what happens? Bhagavan himself becomes Brahma. So you have to understand from the functional way, this thing. Because in a corporation, it is not by person that we will go through. You have a director, you have a manager, you have a similar VP, whatever. So this is how we understand. But these who really act as VP can also act as a director and also manager even. This is what is going to confuse us. So what we are actually seeing, all these things are different functions, but those personalities who are expansions of the same Lord can replace or do any function anytime. This is where we get confused. Also remember Lord Krishna, for example. So we see, oh yeah, he has beautiful eyes, Lochana, Nayana, like that, all the things, very beautiful face, everything we have described. And also he has mouth, he has stomach, everything he has. But when we compare that kind of form to our form, we can eat only through our mouth. We cannot eat through our eyes or nose. Then it will be problem. You will be taken to the medical emergency if you do that. But because of the spiritual functional functions, which any anga can do any function. That is why the scripture says, Lord can really take your offering from any of his limbs. How will you understand? We cannot understand from our material point of view. This is where it really gets really confusing. Okay? All right. So we will stop here today. It's exactly 1 hour. Okay? Any questions? Any questions?
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So this is definitely confusing. So now at least I'm thinking, I don't know if it is right. So this is where, if they say, like if you say like Vishnu, Garbhodaya Sai Vishnu is Narayana, then this is the Vaikuntha. That is what the Pralaya, Mahapralaya, when it goes into the belly of Mahavishnu, so the jivas from there, that they will fall from Vaikuntha. Is that what?
Correct. There you go. Yes. This is where sometimes these acharyas, even though they really, because they sometimes really bring in all the truths. So in one respect, our Gaudiya point of view, no jiva can fall from Vaikuntha, because that Vaikuntha we are talking about, this Vaikuntha up there. But this is also called Vaikuntha. Which Vaikuntha? That when Srila Prabhupada was really talking about saying jiva can fall down, I think we discussed also. Remember we were just touching that one. Yeah, which Vaikuntha is talking about? There is a Bhuloka Vaikuntha also. Right? Like for example, here all the Vishnu deities are there. Here Dwaraka, then also what is the South India? What is the place where Sri Sampradaya Ramanujacharya are there? Sri Rangam. See, I am forgetting a lot of things now. Yeah, Sri Rangam. Sri Rangam is also Bhuloka Vaikuntha. And even the 108 Divya Desam, they are also in a way it is equivalent to to the Bhuloka Vaikunta. So that means if you really go there, you are not going to fall down? No, that's also Vaikunta. So that's why I said there are 7 kinds of Vaikunta. Actually, there was one of our Gokul Bhajan children, I really gave the material to really give a presentation, and it is there on the website actually. It is there. There I am really giving all the details as where one can fall, where one cannot fall. Acharyas can never be wrong. It's not possible. Somewhere or other what they are conveying is what we are not able to understand. That's the problem. Yes, correct. You are correct. See, so many Vaikunthas we already talked about. Shirogadai, I forgot to tell. Shirogadai Vishnu also has a Vaikuntha. See, when those days, all the milk ocean, actually, if you see, there is one picture that I didn't, we haven't really, we didn't cover that actually. This is actually Shirogadai Vishnu. What we just try to talk about, we'll continue from the next class. Shirogadai Vishnu's some more aspects. And demigods cannot even see him. So they will go to the milk ocean with the help of Brahma. Brahma knows what to do, how to communicate. Even Lord Shiva cannot do that. So when this earth, Bhuma Devi, when she was really getting into trouble, so many demons are really torturing this earth. He really goes as a cow, and then he just weeps, he cries to Lord Brahma, and Lord Brahma is taking along with the Lord Shiva, all the devas are coming, and they go to the shore of this milk ocean, and they offer prayer. Of course, in the picture, we see Shirogadai Vishnu along with that Lakshmi on the Sesha, Adi Sesha is there, but they cannot actually see. So they can only offer the prayer. That prayer really goes to the Shirogadai Vishnu. He hears that. He responds back to Brahma. Brahma can hear the response, but nobody can see. And sometimes this message has to be passed upwards, all the way, and it reaches Krishna. In fact, in the last Dwapar Yuga, when Bhagavan Sri Krishna himself had to really come down, the Shirogadai Vishnu came to know, yes, this time my Lord, that is Krishna also wants to do something along with that, same time. So then the message is coming from Krishna, all the way coming down through this Shirogadai Vishnu back to Brahma saying, yes, Lord Krishna himself is coming this time. All the devas and you all should be really born into different, these gopis and this and every that was how. In the rasa dance, the Panchatyaya, what we are talking about, I was mentioning about, right? Kumaris came, Deva Kumaris came. These Deva Kumaris are who? At this time, those Deva Kumaris who was fortunate, they were really given an opportunity to really be part of the rasa dance. So that message came from Krishna. But when he came down, he is bringing everybody, including Lord Narayana, of that, the Mahavishnu layer, above the Sadashiva, right? He brings in, all the Vishnus are coming in his body. And when he was actually killing any demon, who kills the demon? Not Krishna. Krishna has nothing to do with killing these kind of Narakasura, this Sura, that Sura. No, he doesn't kill. He does only dance. There is no killing Leela in the Golaka Vrindavan. There is no killing. So only Lord Vishnu is doing it. So where is the Lord Vishnu is doing this killing then? Because he came in that form. He came in the same spiritual body. This is why if you see the scriptures, it's really saying that no, Lord Krishna did not really kill anyone. It was the Lord Vishnu who was inside, who is maintaining Karpodaya Sai Vishnu. He was the one who was killing. Because he has a maintenance job. So any demon he has to kill. Yeah. So falling down Vaikunta, the question you asked, absolutely. The acharyas cannot be wrong. Sometimes it may really confuse us. Yeah.
How about Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu is also a maintainer. So the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu is a maintainer. So Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu is the Paramatma. So the people who worship Paramatma is the one they go to the
Correct.
Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu's
Correct.
abode.
Correct. There you go. You got it. Correct. And also even here locally, for example, Ayyavali, remember Ayyavali, there was one soul who was really given empowered because of Shakti Vaishavatar. So he was empowered and then he was really talking, doing everything on behalf of the Lord. But he really entered into the ocean here in the material world. So he also went to Vaikunta, he was there for several days inside the sea. And they are all weeping and everything. So where did he go? Which Vaikunta he went? It is not the Mahalakshmi. It is some other. It's most probably Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. But they are also saying Narayana. Because this Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu is also called Narayana. See the thing now. Look at the truth, how much it is there. Narayana generally means Nara Ayana. That means any living being resting place. That's what Narayana means. So Garbhodaka Vishnu is also there are so many jivas are there too. And then Vaikunta of the top Vaikunta above the Sadashiva Lokas also so many jivas are there. But that is eternal. But this is semi. It comes and goes and comes and goes. Anyway, okay. I think, okay. Yeah, actually, Radharani, you had one question, ma'am?
Yeah, Guruji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
That's why the Bhishma sang Vishnu Sahasranamam looking at Krishna. He looked at him as a Vishnu form.
Correct, because he was qualified to see only as him as Krishna. Remember, even Duryodhana also saw Krishna. But did he see the real Krishna? No. That is the thing, because this is the power of the Lord. Because if Bhishma knew that it is a Swayam Bhagavan, because his Siddha Deha is not that much. So he has some destination, but he is like a Santa Baba. You know that. Actually, I wrote a big blog long time back. He's a Santa Baba. Shanta Baba means he does not have any service even. And even look at that, he was really trying to find a time where, exactly this time I want to leave the body. Arey, why are you looking for that? Krishna is right there standing in front of you. You look at him and then leave the body. He did not do it. He was looking for the time. See that thing? That is why... Yeah.
Unless we get rid of our ego and lust, we cannot see the form of Krishna, even though he is.
Actually, even, yeah.
Is it our eyes vision?
No, it's not that. It is your Chitta Deha which is enabling you to see Krishna in the right way you want to see. Otherwise, you will be seeing that same Krishna as any of the Vishnu, Mahavishnu or these and, so many ways you can see. Because if a Chitta Deha is Manjari, they will never see the Vishnu forms. Gopis never saw that. Gopis always see him original. But at the same time, when the same Krishna is really in disguise, going as Dwaraka Krishna, how does all the other people who are seeing? They are seeing differently because their Chitta Deha is not Gopi Baba. So that means your question is, how you really see the right person, whether you are seeing the original Bhagavan or you are seeing his expansions, is depending on your adhikar. Your adhikar. That adhikar is coming from your Chitta Deha. That is why Bhishma, even though he was dealing with Krishna and all the way, but because his Chitta Deha was a Santa Baba, right? Santa Baba, he was always looking for some nice time to really leave this body, because he did not have the perception, he did not have the understanding that this is Bhagavan is standing in front of me. Because Chittadeha is not giving the authority to see that way. You got it?
Yes, Guruji.
Okay. Okay. Okay, ma. All right. Very good. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Gurudev.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Yes. Go ahead. Good. Any questions or we are good?
Hare Krishna, Gurudev. That Brahma is sending all the devatas only. Even he knows Krishna is going to appear in this material world. Then how he forgot in the Brahma Viyoga Leela?
Yeah. See, Brahma Vimohana Loga, sorry, Brahma Vimoga Vimohana Leela is Yoga Maya's arrangement, because Brahmadeva once prayed to Lord Krishna, "Oh Lord, please include me also to be part of your Leela. I want to be part of your Leela. Please include me." That was the reason this Lord Brahma was really tricked like this to believe that, oh, Krishna is looks like an ordinary boy, he's not. But actually he's not. It is because our Gurudev also clearly explains that in some other book, because in these books and all, these are regular Bhagavatam by, the translation, that you may not be able to see that. Gurudev is actually explaining very nicely. How can that, Brahma is our Guru. Not only that, if he really asked for begged for be part of the Leela, then there must be some way to really get in. And that time, Brahma had a little proud also. Little proudness also was there. So that also has to be killed. So it has to be taken care. So many things need to be taken care. So that means Brahma knows the form of Swayam Bhagavan, the power. But Brahma also has limitation. What is the limitation? When, for example, he was offering all these prayers and everything, how did he really offer the prayer? So when he was offering the prayer, he was saying, "Oh, this is wonderful Vrindavan. I want to be like to be dust or something like that." But he did not specifically mention, I want to get the dust of the lotus feet of gopis. He did not say that. He really glorified Vrindavan. But because of his Siddhadeha, etc., he had a limit. But at the same time, Uddhava was really little higher. Because Uddhava said, I want to be really, be there the blade of grass, so that the dust of these, from the lotus feet of the gopis will really fall on me. So he was targeting that. So he's higher. So this means Lord Brahma also has limitation. But again, to your question, the answer is, of course, within his eligibility to participate in the Leela, Lord Krishna arranged it accordingly through his own power, that is Yoga Maya. So then it was all part of the play. Then that means for temporarily, she really put the shield, that thinking that, oh, no, he's not, he's not Lord. How can that be Lord? He's playing with so many like innocent boy. How can he be there? He doesn't have any manners. He's eating from other plates, other gopas' plates, and then this is not possible. Why? That play has to be done so that gopis should be married to Krishna. Remember, if this did not happen, then how can the small, all these new babies born, all those who will be married to Krishna? Because he has to take that many forms as the gopas. So that was Yoga Maya's arrangement. Yeah, no. Lord Brahma we cannot take. But he has his own adhikar, of course. But we cannot say that he was ignorant or something. No, he was not ignorant. But he was subjected under the power of Yoga Maya due to his request to participate in the Leela of Krishna. You understand now?
Yes, Guru.
Okay.